We're live. Let's see here. We got one person on here. Y'all make sure you say hello when you come in. I'm just out here fooling with my new two-wheel drive buggy, a D2 Evo. Got it pretty close to finish. I got just finishing touches I got to wrap up on it. Got a couple of things I need to mess with. The first is the body mounting. Need to clean up a few things too. Y'all say hello when you come in. Ask any questions you might have about the buggy. It's pretty nice. I can't wait to run it. Kind of sucks. I should have been able to run it at the warehouse yesterday, but it's gone. So I've got to. Another thing I got to do is find some. I gotta organize my wiring a little bit. I gotta have some of those little separators. I know I got some somewhere. I just don't know what I've done with them. I have to do some digging for that. I'll come back to that in a little while. Kind of short on stickers. I got to get some more stickers made. I painted this. I was in a hurry to do the body, so I did it gold, and I had some of this iridescent stuff that you put on as a first coating. And it turned out all right. I'm not super happy with it, but it's just a body to get this thing going. I'll probably add a few of these stickers at some point. So I got the let's see if I can turn this around where you can see a little better. I got the this is the J Concepts P2 body. Doesn't feel all that great, but what I'm discovering is it's hitting back here where this spur gear guard is. And the pictures I've seen other guys do it, they trim the body right there to clear it. So I'm gonna probably do that here in just a second. I still gotta come in with a Dremel and touch this thing up a little bit. I'm not super happy with the body fit. Looks like I need to cut out some right there. Looks like it needs the body line there. Y'all make sure you say hello. Ask any questions you might have. This buggy's pretty popular at the moment. I'm going to attempt to trim this guy just right. I don't know. It might be that body line. This body is for a B6.2. I'm going to trim it out where that body line is and just roll with it. So yeah, AMS was this weekend. Used to be my favorite race to go to. Then they jacked the price up to the moon. A lot of people quit going. I think this year they've decided that didn't have enough entries. They're gonna go back to the regular ones. What I'm hearing, which is good. I'll definitely start going back when it's a somewhat reasonable price. Well, looks like that's close, but not enough. I don't know. The body sits pretty good right there. Kind of rests on that. I think I'll end up dremeling it out a little bit. Let's see here. I need just the right dribble bit. Got some small places I need to get. I'll get that one. Y'all say hello when you come in. Listen, ask me questions you might have about the buggy or anything else. Let me know what's going on in y'all's life. I'm just trying to get my RC on a little bit. See, I'm gonna Dremel this thing out a little bit and probably make a mess. Oh, I used the wrong bit. This thing's coming apart. It's like a cloth or something. I thought it was a stone. I don't really have one the size I need. Take baby steps. Looks like I need a good bit out of that. Let's get the scissors. Kind of sucks. First time doing this, you kind of hack it up a little bit trying to figure out how you want it. One thing I don't like about this, it leaves that spur gear exposed. I guess that's a big deal. It's just something I'm not used to. A little more. I don't have to Dremel that. It's an odd shape. Kind of hope J Concepts decides to come out with a body made for this car. Kind of sucks, really, to be honest with you. I haven't used an associated body. It's just, I don't know about the other one, the other bodies, but this one just ain't quite right. Now it seems to be clear of that, but sitting on something else. Oh, it's sitting on the motor wire. That's pretty good right there. Barely not clearing that. So I think I'll take just a little more off. Kind of wish this wire was a little lower away from that waterfall thing. It's gonna rub. Now it's clear. You can see how I had to clear it right there, right in there. What's up? What's in the box? What's up, Sniper 66668 iffy? What's happening? See, right now I'm wrapping up my D2 Evo. Got it almost pretty much finished with it. I got some things I need to do. The body's I've got to trim it a little bit to fit. I got the rear axle length. I got to make an adjustment because the wheel doesn't quite tighten down. There's like 3 holes you can put the pin in. Apparently I chose the wrong one. I thought it was for a tuning adjustment, but apparently it may be to fit the wheel because it doesn't quite, it bottoms out the nut before it tightens up. So I gotta finish trimming this up and get some Velcro on it. A little tight in the back. Trim some more off of that. Looks like it needs to be pretty much right up against the splitter deal here. I don't have a whole lot of complaints about the car. This makes you want to break out your old Jado, see if it still runs. Miss the smell of nitro. Yeah, me too. I hadn't burned any in several weeks, to be honest. So now it seems to fit a little better now. Gotta just the body is a little wide. I guess once you get the Velcro on there to hold it on, it pretty much matches the contour of the chassis pretty decent. So I'm gonna probably Dremel some corners and stuff. Thank you. What's in the box? Speaking of what's in the box, I did a video I'm gonna upload here pretty soon of the J Concepts parts I got for this buggy. God, my hair looks terrible. This is my bed hair. Last night we went to a bacon party. A friend of ours, which is a neighbor up the street, has a podcast called Bless My Bacon, and it's all about bacon. He loves bacon. And so check out the podcast. You can find it just about anywhere. It's pretty funny. He's a radio guy, so he's got that voice. He's really good at it. And he has a bacon party every year, and everybody, it's like the day before his birthday, and everybody brings a dish made with bacon. I made like bacon wrapped cabbage. It was incredible. There was every kind of bacon wrap, whatever you can imagine. And we made ourselves sick. It was great. Dying Crew, what's up? Did you see my update on the differential and the team page? I don't remember what it was. I saw something. Was it use a different gear with? Just dropped a short video with the new Arma NASCAR body for the infraction. It looks so sick, guys. Y'all have to check that out. So anyway, back to the bacon party. I tried all kind of stuff with bacon. I didn't even know what it was. I was just grabbing stuff. It was so good. Made myself sick. So use associated diff shim under the sun gear. Okay. I did see that. I haven't looked into that yet, but I appreciate it. I'll check it out. Oh boy, bacon always works. Yeah, man. There was not one thing that wasn't good, and I tell you, probably the best thing I had all night is this guy made black-eyed peas, which some of y'all may not even know anything about black-eyed peas. It's a Southern thing, but it had 4 different types of bacon. It was almost like a soup. Oh my God! And he made this bacon cornbread that you just crumble up in it. It was so awesome. Dying Crew, that and the axle popping out, the ball cups, the only issue I had other than my driving yesterday. So the ball cups are worse than they are like the wheeler. It's the same type of ball cups on the wheeler, and I only had that happen every now and then. The axle popping out. You said something about the droop didn't fix it. While I got that, I'm gonna put the body aside for now. While I got that on my brain. What about you? You using J Concepts wheels? Did you have any problem with the wheel not tightening down? It was only on the front camera. Like metal link is too short. Metal link is too short. You're saying that doesn't go deep enough in the cup? Yes, J-Con wheels need a tapered nut. What I was thinking, I was thinking that axle, the pin location, can you change that pin location? That's only going to change the axle plunge. Yeah, so it's going to have to be either some sort of shim or a tapered nut, like you said. I don't have any other kind of nut. Let's see what I'm gonna have to go through my stuff and see what I got. It's like the axle comes through pretty far. Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. I somewhere in my brain I was thinking that was going to change that, but no, that's only going to change the depth of the plunge of the axle. I assume you're using yours in the long location because you had the axle pop out. I assume you must have tried going to the long location. Sticky Kicks titanium nuts. Yeah, that really sucks that they didn't give you the right nut. Such an expensive kit. I just problem is you could shim it behind the wheel. That's going to make it a different wheelbase. You can't really shim the. I guess if you had a thicker hub piece. Yeah, you can't really put a washer under the nut because then you don't have the nut biting into the wheel to hold it from backing out. Might work. I don't know. Need to see if I got any other kind of nut that would work. Another thing that I found strange is that no wing buttons, just those little washers. Let's see here. It looks like the same nut that came. I have some extra Wheeler nuts. Yeah. Got these nuts here. That's the nut off the Wheeler. It's the same exact thing. I don't have to flip through these. I don't think I've got a nut that'll work. That's frustrating. Got these battery mount nuts. Let's see what happens with those. Nope. It's something else I got to order. Need to make me a list. Looks like axle wheel nuts. You say you used the Sticky Kicks titanium nuts. Guess I'll try to remember that. Would write on my dry erase board over there, but it's full of stuff. Let's see. I'm making a note in my phone. I need that. I need a shorter sensor wire. I really need to measure it. Let's see what else I need. I'll add notes as I go along. I wish I hadn't really done a whole lot of 10th scale except for the wheeler, so and I guess for now I could throw a washer behind there. Now then you're gonna have I don't know. I'm not really running it right now anyway. I planned on getting it out. Oh, the diff shim. Yeah. What did you run? What kind of surface did you run on? Was it, you say it was carpet or high bite clay? I think you said maybe. I bought these. God, that's really frustrating. I don't know how you got to be honest. I don't know how you can put out a buggy and overlook that. I guess that it could be that they test it with different wheels or something, but there's so much thread left on that. That shouldn't even been a thing. Very high bite clay sealed surface. Yeah, that's why I bought these tires. We're planning on going to Columbus, Georgia, at Hobbytown. That's kind of service they have. They run slicks. These are silver compound. Another thing that's not mentioned in the kit, the on the front hub. Let's see if I can show it. There's spindle stops, steering stops. That in the book it just shows you putting a screw there. It doesn't say anything about it. But when you put the car together, the one wheel will lock up. When you go full lock, it locks the wheel up because the hub goes too far. So when I started looking into that after I got the kit put together, I realized that's probably what that was. So I've got 2 millimeter shims under the screw there, and it seemed to be just fine. That's gonna wear that plastic out. See, left that bottomed. I adjust my steering stop through the controller. Well, to me, I had mine like that, and it had a lot of play, nothing on the end when it was turned. So I think it feels better with the stops. I don't want to get locked up. You know, the car turned just right. It don't end up getting locked up and lock your servo up. I just felt like so I got, I don't know if you can see, that I got the 2mm stops in there. 1mm didn't seem quite right. So yeah, and then I got some tires. I got some double D's for the front. They were out of double D's for the rear, so I got flip outs. That's the closest thing they had in stock. It was similar type tire. Those probably won't last long. Doesn't do it. It's rolling. Yeah, maybe so. I figured to put the wheel stops in there and see what happens. I wish I could come up with I'd like to have a better solution that may not make it wear so much. It's probably going to wear that plastic out. I guess in the hub's probably going to last just as long anyway because it's plastic. It probably won't last much. It'd be time to replace it by the time that wears out anyway, and that's probably a cheap part. It's not like buying the aluminum stuff. You know how the aluminum stuff is high as hell from HB. Yeah, I've got a shorter sensor wire. I may have a shorter sensor wire. I have to look and see. There's really nowhere to route it. I got to have some of those three wire tie down things and a two. I probably got a double one and a triple one, so I've got some somewhere. All this crap I've got. See if I can find it. Wish I didn't have to use AE arms on mine right now. Why did you have to use AE arms? I remember you saying something about that. Boy, I've got to do some serious digging now to find those pieces. Oh, Landon Funny broke the arms. I guess hopefully they'll have all the parts on there by Black Friday. We get to take advantage of that Black Friday sale. I'm sure they're in this bottom one that's hardest to get. Now, another thing, surprised they didn't have the plastic inserts for the arms. I don't know if, they usually have soft and hard arms. I don't know if these are hard or soft or what. Yeah, the price on that is nuts. Yeah, I hope it comes out then too. I'm supposed to be getting one of those as well as soon as it comes out for the channel. Now, where in the hell I would have put those little pieces? I'm gonna end up having to order those damn things. I know I got them somewhere, but I have no idea where they're at. Now on Black Friday, I usually stock up on all my 8 scale stuff for sure. But this year, new Buggy coming out shortly. I don't know how many of that I should buy. Map pricing on the 4-wheel drive is $752. Yeah, their pricing is kind of crazy right now, but that's just, let's go, Brandon. What else can you say? Everything is nuts. You know, I kept hearing rumors that turkeys were going to run out of turkeys this year, and that they were going to cost $50, $60. So I went ahead and got one. It was $20 for a 17-pound turkey. But there weren't many of them. It's one of my least favorite things to do in RC is Dremel bodies out. And it's all because of the dust. I'm not gonna go too much trouble with this thing. I'm gonna get it mounted up. Y'all say hello when you come in. Just wrapping up some of the stuff on my new buggy. So I can get this thing ready to rock pretty soon. Take it somewhere. Yeah. I don't like that the gear's exposed. What are you gonna do, you know? Got to get some Velcro on here. Who's your hobbyplex? I've heard about that, and I saw the some video from it. It looked pretty awesome. Where's that at located again? I know it's a long way from Alabama. New Albany, Indiana. There's a race coming up, carpet race coming up next week in Mobile. People want me to come. The only problem is they only run 17.5 blinky, and I ain't ready for that. I just put this thing together. I don't know if ESC let them do blinky. I don't have a motor. Somebody's offered to loan me a motor, but I don't know. Not my thing. I hadn't done two-wheel drive in a long time. Last time I did two-wheel drive, I had a Losi TLR 2.0 rear motor. Actually, you could do rear or mid motor. It's a pretty good car. At the warehouse, it wasn't super high bite, kind of medium grip, and rear motor was very competitive. Probably I was competitive with any car out there now. That was when at the time the B5 Associated was out. I think the B6 even came out while I was running it, and I hung with all those guys. Got a message. All right, yeah, that was a friend of mine, Jared Wright. HB Racing just got the bump up in Sportsman e-buggy. He's sharing that with me. Looks like this is got that too wide. Good grief. Maybe I can trim that with a knife. I'm going to go ahead and try that. Putting my Velcro on here to hold the body. I'll just put the Velcro on the chassis first. Yeah, AMS is going on right now. That's an hour and a half or so from my house, which was my favorite race to go to. And JQ and Keenan decided they would convince Dave that he needed to change the format. That was the biggest race for us. That's our local big race. And so JQ and Keenan decided they were going to convince them to change the format, make it more expensive, have less entries was the biggest thing. And so now the entry is like $175 or something crazy like that. And it goes up if you pay late or something. Well, if people finally had enough and not going to pay that, they'd run a bunch of people off like myself. And so this year they only had like 200 entries or so. And word on the street is they're going to go back to their normal format, have 500 or 600 entries again. I think it was $80 entry before, or $90, something like that. Just still high enough. You know, I don't need to be any more than that. So that was our local big race that everybody loved. And we always hung out good. The warehouse crew always had like put our trailers in a circle. So it was like a warehouse compound. And we had a lot of fun. Then they took it away. It's just, you know, I call it the JQMS because it was all his idea. Just fine and dandy, I guess. They wanted to make one race the way Europeans do it. That's what they think. It's what everybody in America wants. We're idiots for thinking anything else. Who's the idiot now? Not trying to be ugly. They took something away from us by doing that. I guess it was okay to try it, you know. But that price was getting nuts. Boy, that really sticks on there. Gosh. Yeah, I think I didn't need that much Velcro. Probably could have. Kind of like the format, just don't like the price. The pin this year almost died. Yeah, I used to go to P&B every year too. I haven't had the budget to do much of those big races like I'd love to. Now the warehouse being gone is going to change that a little bit because I don't get to race as much. I'll probably save a little, so I'm gonna have to travel somewhere until we come up with something. The format, I don't have a problem with it. I didn't have a problem with it before. It was fine. They say you get more runtime. Sure, okay, whatever. But you don't get as much practice. You only get so many practice runs. Now, practice, the old format is a long line. That part kind of sucks. But if you do it right and you get up there with a partner and you go back to back, you can get a lot of practice runs in, more so. So I don't know if the runtime really is much different if you play your cards right. Not doing it again until you get your trailer done. Yeah. Trailer makes a big difference to those races now. This one is cold this weekend. That's huge when it's cold. SIC will be another one in January. I'll go to that one for sure. It's another one that's cold. Almost every year we go to that one, except maybe last year, there's some snow on the ground in Alabama. There we go. That turned out all right. Now I gotta trim this just a little bit. Yeah, by yourself doing nitro. I've done that. Yeah, the best way I've found is you have a partner. If you have a partner that's running nitro, it works good for us because I usually got John the Voice Jennings with me, and my wife as the pit chick. So she'll go down there and pit for both of us. So we'll get up there, and one of us gets in line, the other one helps pit, and then the other one, then we go back and forth while he's up there running. I'm usually in line. She's down there pitting for both of us. He can go corner marshal and come back and get back in line as many times as we want. Now, you only do that so many times before you need to go back and go look at the car and make adjustments and whatnot. So you can get 4 or 5 runs in there in one shot if you do it right. You gotta plan it out. Last one of those races I did was SIC, and that's where just about everybody there ended up with COVID, and I was like in a brain fog. And then also that's when I went to the KO Propo radio that sucked. I couldn't get that thing to work, and I was just a hot mess and just didn't have a whole lot of fun. I got to the point where I needed to make adjustments to the car and couldn't even come back to the trailer and just look at it. I couldn't even think what to do. It's like I was in a brain fog. It was real weird. At the time I didn't know it, but I got back 2 days later. I was diagnosed with COVID. And with COVID, the worst thing about me was just tired and lazy feeling and weak. And that brain fog I was talking about, that brain fog was real. It was strange. First time I've ever had anything like that. I don't know what was going on. Speaking of the pit chick, she's up now. I've got to messenger through messenger because I have no cell phone service here out in the trailer. I probably have to, I think it's super cold here today in the 30s. She's going to want a fire. I know it's for the first fire of the year. She loves her fire. So like that's probably what I'll be doing here in a little bit. Let's see what she's got to say. See, I gotta see what else I need to do this thing. I need to search for me a sensor wire. Sensor wire, boom. How long this one is. You know what sucks is the way that ESC is in there. Be a pain in the butt. This one's just as long, if not longer. That's no good. I wish there was a way to route it hidden. I think the only way I'm going to be able to do it is tie it to those motor wires. I need to put new wires on my ESC. I guess I could try to get this thing calibrated. First round's easy. Second round, I thought I was dying. Yep. Psycho Nitro Blast is. I always had fun. It used to be in Georgia. I went there every time. Ever since I started back racing 8 scale, or started racing dirt again. I went to those when they were in Georgia. I never went to the one when they went to Tennessee yet. I think we might do that this year though. Wife's been wanting to go to Tennessee. I gotta calibrate this ESC. I don't remember how. Oh boy. I fired it up on. I'm using the receiver I had in my spec slash. A few things to do, so I'm going to hop out here. All right, we'll see you. I'm going to probably give it up here in a minute anyway. Go tend to her fire. And I got some work I got to do out on the tractor in the freezing cold. Take this pinion out so I don't do anything crazy. So I put it on the spec slash receiver in there. And it just ran wide open for whatever reason. So I've got to recalibrate it and start from scratch pretty much. So let's see here. I don't remember how to. I don't remember how to set this. Here we go. The bind. It's bound to it, but it's got that whatever that setting is. FH4T safety link. That's what it is. Where's down? 4. Something like 4. I don't know how to turn that off. I can't never find the bind. There it is. Okay, let's see what happens here. Got my eyeball on that. Let's set the steering EPA steering wheel point. Oh, Paul asked you, what's the final weight? I don't know. I need to get a. I thought my scale would read high enough, but it doesn't. I don't have a scale. As a matter of fact, I think I've got one in the house I can use, a kitchen one. I will get that and get back with you. Oh, the steering's backwards. Really? I had on the other one, it was right. I'll kick it all kind of out of whack. I'll take that servo out. Let's see. No, it's not too bad. Okay, so everybody says it's heavy, but I don't know. I'm not. I haven't done tilt scale in so long. I can't tell you. And I plan on running mod, so you're looking to be no less than 1474 grams ready to hit the track. I'll tell you, I'm gonna set this up and I'll run and get that scale real quick. Or you know what? Screw it. I'll come back to that. I'm gonna go get that scale. I'll be right back. Y'all bear with me. Let me type that in here so people don't leave. I'll place y'all's bets on how much it's gonna weigh, and I'll be right back. Take my phone just in case. Holy crap. I'm back. Thanks for hanging around. That was a nightmare. So I got the scale. Battery's dead. 9-volt battery. Nothing has a 9-volt battery anymore. Let's see if this will even work. I gotta come up with something here. Maybe I can set it on this. Zero it out. 0. All right, everybody made their guess. You guessed 1746. All right, we got it zeroed out here. You're wrong. Buggy tire. What? So I'm gonna leave you in suspense. What? Don't forget the body. Okay. Okay. What's heavy? Tell me what's heavy, and then we'll see. Everybody says this car's heavy, looks heavy, got all these aluminum parts. Wait a minute. I didn't have my gear on there. That didn't make hardly any difference. 1530 or more. Okay, it's 1618. I don't have any lightweight parts on it. My battery's pretty heavy. So 5800 HB that I use on my 8 scale. So let's I do have a different battery, a non-HB. Let's see what the difference is. It's a 5000 battery. So let's see what this weighs. 217, 214, 3 grams. So that's not going to make a difference. 3 grams. I think a lot of people don't use a fan. If I take my fan out, let's weigh this fan. Just another aluminum fan. That's 14 grams. Big Concepts fan, which I'm using a HB Racing fan, which is very much the same thing. Yeah, not horrible. Fan is definitely. I meant to ask you yesterday. I got when you were texting me, I got busy on the tractor and just kind of got out of touch. Then we went to this bacon party I was talking about earlier. I don't know if you heard that. We went to a buddy's house, neighbor up the street that's had a party, a bacon themed party. It's incredible. But you said something about the blinky. Don't you have to have a different? I don't know if this ESC does blinky. It's this one. It's a McLaren, whatever. Let's see here. It's a McLaren Pro Pico. Let's see. Doesn't say anything about Blinky. I don't know. I'll put this back and see what you said. Yeah, it will do Blinky. I don't know anything about Blinky. Isaac says, found the gearbox a bit finicky. Were you able to get it to spin smoothly? Yeah, I heard people say that. Yeah, it mine is pretty smooth. Now, I did hear somebody say something about the the spacing shims, the height, the axle pieces. I forget which one he said he used. I used the one dot. I don't remember. It's however the book says. Let me look that up. I used the one dot. I can't even find it. Hell. Rear gearbox. Okay, yeah, one dot up, which is a lower diff height. I hadn't even played with that yet, but yeah, I seemed to be pretty good. So let's get back to this. Let's see. Fan is a must when you come down to 17.5. Blinky 0 timing setting. Blinky equals 0 timing setting. Oh, okay. I never used that timing setting anyway, because I'm always using mod. So have a Blinky buster checker at the tech area if we need it. So I have to go in there and set it where it locks at 0, or can I just leave it at 0 and get away with it? Is it when it's called Blinky, does a light blink or something let you know it's in Blinky mode? And talking with David Sawyer, he came down and raced with you last weekend. He said he ran the silver smoothie tires. Y'all run slicks, from what I understand. Set your timing on your can. Okay. Now, to be competitive, you got to have some super hot Trinity motor or something like that. From what I understand, David came down and did pretty good. Maybe I need to get some advice from him. Let me get back to setting this thing up. I've taken Lisa her scale back. I had to steal the 9-volt battery out of my multimeter. I just got a cheap multimeter. I better set that where I don't forget it. It turns itself off. See, we don't use that very often. Apparently, the battery's dead. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to him. He said he had a big time. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it next weekend or not. I gotta check with her and see what's going on. This thing looks pretty hot. Let's see here. I was setting my steering EPA. Going back to your question about the gearbox, the manual doesn't say anything about putting grease on it. I put a couple of drops of grease on it. I think that's kind of standard, right? I hadn't built one of these things, so I don't really know. This thing has, I was talking earlier, these things has steering stops on the hub. SXT 3.0 tire saws available at the track. I sent you my gearing, but I don't know what your ratios are internally. I don't either. Oh, yeah, I did see where you sent me the gearing. I don't have, it's like a 30-something. I think the spur gear is a 74, if I remember right. They say a associated diff drops right in, so maybe the gearing's the same. I don't know. You say you had a 74 32. Some people are putting associated spur on it for some reason to get a 72 spur. I don't know what if I got any opinions. 72 32. I don't even know what this. Oh, let me look. Stock. Oh, this says stock spur gear is 78 23. That sounds a lot steeper. I guess it's 78. I don't know. Let's see what the biggest. I don't have a whole lot of opinions because I don't do this much. 23, probably the biggest I've got. That's what's in the car now. So, everybody runs plastic pinion gears. 72, 28, 32, depending on temp and layout. That means I need to buy a shit ton of gears just to test it. And then, yeah, I don't know. Let's see if I can figure out how to get this thing calibrated. I did find out I got to get different wheel nuts because it's like the wheel's too thin. They made it to where the stud comes through too far, I guess. What size motor are you running? Well, I've got a 7.5 in it now. That's what I got. I've got a 10.5 somewhere in my stuff. No if I'll end up running that or not. Macland. You got ton of spares, plastic or aluminum. I've never run any kind of stock stuff like that. We never ran stock at the warehouse. I don't know why. I guess because I think it's more like turnout was never big enough to have both in that class. You know, the classes are kind of spread out, really. Got to cut a couple of clutch shims between the hex. Put a couple of clutch shims between the hex and the wheel. Yeah, I thought about that too. That's probably what I'll do until I get. I need to look into that, honestly. I might do that as soon as I get this calibrated. That's what I'll do. Okay, powered on. Throttle full brake. Power on the ESC. After hearing the second confirmation tone, I'll stick at full throttle, flashing blue. After hearing third confirmation tone, then neutral. Okay, we're going to try this out. Okay, I think that's it. No? Nothing. think maybe you got to have the switch to be able to do it. Question is, which one is the switch clicking? That don't work. Oh, I see. I got the fan wired up to the battery, so that threw me off. Okay, so go full brake, flashing orange on LED, solid red on LED 2. I'm still not doing it right. Turn on your transmitter with the ESC off. Full brake. Power on ESC. Okay, that should be right. Boom. Okay, so there's that. Okay, let's see. Put a couple clutches. Okay, mod is easier as just run what you have. Yeah, that is a lot less complicated. We hadn't to do any kind of tech or anything. Not that there would be much tech unless somebody's walking away with everything. Mod is easier to just run what you have. Yeah, and it was better there because you like being able to put plenty of power down. Those people have tried 17.5 before. We've had a few events like the Sean Harding race. They would have it every now and then. But I don't know that I've ever called a 17.5 race at the track. So only required car accessory is a chassis protector. Most use clear packing tape as it's lighter and easier. Yeah, I got to do that. I guess I wonder if associated one will fit. I should have bought that when I order. Had our first chilly morning, so this morning went out and checked the rooftop heat in the trailer, and thankfully it works. Well, still didn't want to surprise next time. Took the trailer out. Yeah, I just got the wiring. I had to do a bunch of wiring in my house because I hadn't had to use the trailer here in a while. So I just got a wire ran where I can just temporarily do it. I'm gonna come up with a better solution down the road, but so now I had to go ahead and do that because I need to be able to turn my heater on. I got a little space heater. I just put it on eco at 60 degrees so it doesn't get super duper cold in here. So I guess I'll put my gear back on. Put a little Loctite on this guy. I want to get this thing out and at least run around in the driveway or something. got some tractor work to do today. Another thing I had to do, I don't know if any of the other guys are still in here that are doing HB, is the servo horn that comes on it is the same as the 8 scale, and it's a little too long, I think. It touches this upper piece here and rubs a little bit, and it's got the steering turnbuckle at a steep angle. I didn't like that, so I happen to have an old Losi one that we used, a TLR one that we used. I had to drill it and tap it because it's standard thread. We put that on there. It fits much better. The offset's right and works perfect. It's got a little, the angle on it is, of the turnbuckle for it is kind of like this. I don't guess that really matters because it don't move very far. I'd rather see it straight, but I'm not too worried about that. Let's do it. Let's make it. Let's try it out here. Oh, got the radio on. Ellie's slipping the clutch already. I'm just sitting here on the stand. I hadn't set that at all, so. Oh, I set that flush like it said, but I guess I didn't. A little noisy. I think that what everybody's talking about, the gearbox tightness, I think it's going to clear up as it breaks in, I guess, maybe. I don't know. Seven by 20 of the Coleman 15K rooftop. Well, I don't know what mine is. It's a AC and it does heat too, but it's noisy, way noisier than this space heater, and it smells really bad. It kind of scares me a little bit. It gets a lot of dust in it, so I blow that one out every now and then, and it seems to be fine. Yeah, I've hardly ever run it. It's doesn't do as good as that little space heater. So I got a text from Maggie, my daughter. Well, I make them breakfast again. They came over yesterday. I fixed them breakfast. Now she's wanting it again. I didn't know they're coming over. Okay, here's I just got your text about the Roar minimum weight. Minimum weight will be 1474. Good grief. 1588 four drive. Yeah, so 16, 18. I don't know, 16, 18 or whatever I said it was. You on the way for Wednesday breakfast. By the time you get here, it'll be supper time. Oh, my servo. I still got a full weight. That's my biggest thing is I still got a full weight all aluminum servo. The SRT 927. That's one thing I need to look into. Yeah, late lunch. I need to look at I'm gonna look at that right now. I'm gonna look on SRT site. There's the 927. 70 grams. Okay, I can remember that. Let's see if we go back to the 815S. I think that's the small one that I was going to buy. Yeah, they call it an on-road servo. 52 grams. So that cut it down to 1600. Right at 1600. Let's see. Old Paul just messaged me. Oh yeah. It's pretty blue. A lot of blue stuff on that thing. I like that battery hold down better than these rubber band things. I guess the rubber band stuff's light. And 4-wheel drive. That's another thing. These rubber bands don't seem to be super tight. Heard some people say something about that. What wheels are you using and what CVD length are you using? Titanium turnbuckles and screws drop a lot of. Yeah, that too. I guess I'm going to have to look into that. Another guy at Clinic RC did his with all titanium stuff. Let me just take this stuff apart. I wanted to put a shim on it anyway. There's 3 settings for CVD length. 74.2 4-wheel drive. Hopefully the new HB 4-wheel drive be ready. My 4-wheel drive was money. And the new one didn't change much. I hate these ball cups. New one's not changing much, but I sold mine to Devon. And he's been doing really good with it. But the new one should be out pretty soon. Okay, so when you say CVD length, are you talking about which part do you want me to measure? You want me to measure from where the bearing rests on the inside to the center of the dog bone, or? Now I'm gonna have to look in to see if anybody makes any titanium turnbuckles that will work. Associated ones might work. Long, medium, or short hole. Yes, I had it in the medium hole. That's what's on the setup sheet. But from what I understand, some people are having problems with the dog bones coming out, so they put it on the long hole. I'm probably fixing to change mine to that for now. It's 64.3 millimeters from the center of the dog bone to the flange for the inner bearing. But like I said, I'm fixing to change that right now because some people had a problem with the dog bone coming out. Yeah, actually there's somebody was on this thing earlier was talking about. He had some kind of cartwheel or something flipping crash that popped him out. Did something else. He shimmed something in the outdrive. He put an associated shim on the outdrive or something. I gotta look back into that. Uh-oh. I've already lost. Oh, there it is. These little pins will be the death of me. Okay, Paul says that I run Witt's turnbuckles ceramic bearings, and they have been great. I sell the J&T bearings, so I may look into that. Excessive droop will cause now, and he said that the droop didn't fix it. So, and these do have droop screws. Let's see if I can find some clutch shims. Oh, looks like I got a couple of messenger messages. Let's see if I can find out what it is. Oh, it's just because I got them open. Okay, let's see here. Just shameless wits plug. Hey, that's nothing wrong with that. I've never heard. You said wits. Look into that. I wonder if the turnbuckles from Associated will work. Got two different thicknesses there. Oh, left my radio on. I did that one time playing VRC Pro and left it on overnight and destroyed the battery. It's awful. Pissed. There's the wife messaging me, wondering why I'm not fixing her fire, I bet. Let's see. She's not. I told her just a few minutes. She didn't like that answer. I don't guess she gave me a funny look. Just going to try this one thing, and I'll be done. 2 clutch shims. Actually, I better do both sides because I'll end up forgetting what I did. Frustrating. The 1.5 is actually a 1/16. Yeah, let's see what happens here. Still see non-threaded part. You know what I might do? Me being myself. Oh, that's better. That seemed to do it. What I might do is take a die and run it down there. No, you can't do that. I was going to run a little more thread on it, but if I still worked at spec, I would have machine a little piece off there and run a die on it. Okay, I'm going to do this side so I don't forget. I hate these little pins that just drop right out. I'm going to have to buy more of them because I'm going to lose those sure as world. Wider hex, yeah. I thought about that too. I don't know how it's going to affect the setup. You know, I don't know. For now, I'm just trying to get it going. These things are so tiny. It's frustrating. Too fat fingered. So yeah, my first thing on the agenda is getting her fire going, and then go get on the tractor. Let me talk to her and see what. That's always my biggest deciding factor is if I can talk her into going. I assume you have plenty of indoor pit space. I guess I don't know if I had to bring my trailer or not. That might help. If we can drive the Civic, that'll save me a ton. Being I don't have any spares or anything, there's not a whole lot I can bring. Just tools and charger and car and my one set of tires. No trailers, cool. These tires, I know David said he ran these. You know, I assume you just put them in a drill and scuff them to get those mold lines out of it. What other kind of tire prep y'all do? He told me some stuff, but I don't remember. Yeah, it looks like 2 clutch shims. Fix that. So there we go. Diff feels nice. Don't remember. I don't understand why the axle would pop. Why the dog bone would pop out. Well, it's not super close to the end. It's weird. I guess he's putting a shim in it to space out the outdrive. Built a lot of indoor pits, and I got the track a ton of chairs from our event center upgrade. So I don't even have to bring chairs. Might bring her one that's more comfy for her, just to make her happy. So let's see here. We got getting a little closer. I got my body Velcroed on there now. There it is. That's how it shakes the thing. Looks pretty sick. Got my body fitting right. I'm a little short on stickers. I don't even have any J Concept stickers left. Yellow ones anyway. I might put a few of those HB Heatwave stickers on there or something. Need to get Jason Darling to make me some more stickers. Basically, scuff the shiny, clean the crap out of them with brake cleaner, sauce 5 minutes of XCT, and send it. Tire cleaning after every run is essential. Okay. Well, I'm interested. Let's see if we can talk her into it. Well, we're just over 2 hours. That's pretty good. So, all right, I'm gonna shut this down. I appreciate y'all hanging in here, and I appreciate it, Paul, for all the answers. There's my 2-wheel drive buggy. I can't wait to let it rip. I've got one set of tires. I've got one set of slicks anyway. Got some old wore out Ghost slicks. Ride height of 12 to 13 millimeter. Yeah, I think I hope it'll get that low. Right now it's almost bottomed out, and it was 15 and 17 is what the stock setup was. I guess you could screw the end links in a little more. One set will last a couple of full seasons. Now, I like that. And the cool thing about these is they come pre-glued. We'll see how they stay. They look really well done. I wish I could buy all of them pre-glued from J Concepts because they look really nice. I think it feels good. I can't wait to let it rip. I wish y'all's track was like right up the street. I'd be wearing that place out. Okay, I appreciate y'all. Thank you, Paul. You've been great. Yeah, running slicks on carpet. I've seen some people running, and you don't have it's not as much rollover, I guess. Not as much traction rolling as I guess with those pins. Sounds like fun to me. We'll see. What time is the race? What time does it start? What time is it usually over? Oh, tons of rolling. I guess that's part of learning to drive it is to not send it as hard in the turns. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. She's getting mad at me. So, oh yeah, I forgot you did send that. Let me. I'm gonna close this down, and we'll talk at you later. And y'all thank y'all again, and stay tuned. We'll be back.